I'm Katie.
I'm Liz, and we're not your mommy. Well, we have someone from over the pond joining us today. My old friend, Mel Brittner. Hi, Mel.
Hi. I'm so happy to be here.
Ugh.
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Oh my gosh, you're a part of the 300 for sure.
Great. Love it.
You're an OG. So Mel and I worked together like a million years ago, but it feels like we've had a million lives since then.
Yeah.
Mel has 2 kids. I was thinking about like when I used to like watch Juno while you would like go teach a yoga class and she was like 2 months old.
I know.
Like,
lol.
Like what
I
was
had
happening?
no idea what I was doing.
Oh
No.
my God.
We don't know.
And like trying to like get her out of your apartment in kits with like all the stairs and like it's just but you were pretty young. Like
Yeah.
you
I
had
felt like a teenager.
because what were you like 28 or something?
Yeah, I was 27 when I had her.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. But like I think just living in Vancouver that like none of our friends had kids.
No,
Like,
it's
yeah.
kind of like I feel like it's getting like later and later, but because of that, like Juno just felt like such a like she was like a toy. You know what I mean? Like no, we were
Totally.
all just like, oh my God, a baby.
Yeah.
And yeah, you've obviously moved to the UK, which like so sad. I miss you in the city, but your life in Newquay looks so
Nailed it.
idyllic.
Yeah, it's very cute here.
Is it?
So we're in the southwest of England,
Okay.
which is like, yeah, when people come to London, they're like, hey, I'm here. When can we meet up? I'm like, oh, yeah, that's 6 hours away.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not like what you think of when you think of England, like quintessential British
Yeah, it looks
things.
very like beachy.
Yeah. It's like tourist vibes, beaches,
Yeah.
like camper vans, that kind of energy. It's sort of like Tofino-y kind of energy.
Yeah. Okay. And you're still doing social media, but you also now are a birth and postpartum doula.
Yeah.
Nuki doula.
Yeah. It's on to the next life.
Okay. So I feel like I remember you saying or like seeing in one of like your posts that like you'd had 2 very different births. Also was remembering how I watched your birth video of with Juno.
I made everyone watch it. I was like,
you were like, I literally saw her
sit down.
like I saw her head come out and you're like, look, here it is. Yeah, no. So like tell us about your different births.
Yeah, so with Juno, so we were living in Vancouver at the time and it was just like normal to get a doula and it was normal to like, it was just like that's a very, I don't know, Vancouver wellness scene. It was just like, yeah, you get your midwife, you get your doula.
Yeah.
You have your birth. But having said that, like I didn't have much birth lore. Like none of my friends had kids. My mom was like, I don't know, I gave birth like 30 years ago. Like,
don't remember.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And so I went into it pretty green, like didn't, I think in like a nice way that I wasn't like stressed about anything, but I was just like, well, I don't need to do any like research, whatever. I remember we did like one antenatal course in like the basement of, what's that hospital downtown?
St. Paul's. St. Paul's. Yeah.
It was real bleak. And the like antenatal teacher was, I don't know, she was just like an ex-theater like woman and she was like acting out labor and we had to do like the holding ice thing and like I don't know, there was a few little activities but I didn't really feel like I knew, like didn't even know that the uterus was a muscle. Like had no information whatsoever.
Yeah.
And I had Emily Millen was our doula, who's just like a saint if anyone knows her, but she has since gone on to become a midwife. But yeah, so she was our doula and it was like I was like, yeah, I'll have a home birth, but like didn't have a pool, didn't like I had like a shower curtain. I was just like, I don't know. I do yoga. I'll be fine. Like, I'll just breathe this baby. I don't know. Yeah. I wasn't like too set on it or like, I was just like, whatever. We live 5 minutes away from BC Women's. It's like, no stress.
You'll be fine. Yeah.
But really didn't think about it too much. And then had Juno. I don't feel like I had like birth trauma after or anything or even like regret or anything. I ended up having an epidural. And tore a bit, but like nothing.
Yeah.
Too
but you
dramatic,
mostly labored at home though? Ish.
Yeah. Actually, no, I don't think so. I think maybe like for like 6 hours. And then I was like, okay, I'm tapping out. I want an epidural. Even the midwife was like, get this girl.
It's time.
Yeah. She was back to back, which now I know that I know everything that I know about birth. I didn't even like when like up until like a year ago, I didn't realize that was what had happened. But I was just having like contractions over and over and over again, no break in between. And it was like really heavy on my back. And anyway, so couldn't just use breath work there. Also, you don't have gas and air at a home birth in Canada, whereas here you can have gas and air. So that's like,
oh, you can. Because you know what? I was going to say I had to wait to get the epidural. I feel like that's very common because there's like one person in the hospital that does it. And they gave me the gas and like it helped.
Yeah.
Like,
It like sends you to another plane.
totally. I mean, I feel like because I was like set on the epidural, I was like, no, I'm waiting for that. But like,
Yeah.
probably in a pinch, like that could have. And if you
Yeah.
had that
Takes
at
the
home,
edge off.
I could imagine that would really like give you a little
Yeah. It's just not
juice.
like, it's like the next step. It's like you can cope
Mm-hmm.
with what you can cope with for a while, and then there's something that you can,
Mm-hmm.
respond to.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, yeah. So I ended up with epidural at the hospital with Junie. It was like no dramas, but I think like after the fact, I was just like, huh, I wish I would have known that, or ooh, I would have known, like a little like
Yeah.
da da da. And then obviously with this whole doula journey, there's like it's
Yes.
impossible not to reflect on your own experience. Like with everything you learn, you're like, wish I
Yeah.
would have known that. Like,
Yes.
but then with Van, obviously, he was a
Yes.
COVID baby. So not that he
Yes.
had COVID, he was born during COVID.
Yes.
And it was like early days COVID, wasn't it? When like we didn't really know. There was so much like fear around because you were pregnant when COVID all kicked off too, right? Like,
Yeah. I was like in my third trimester.
yeah. So I was like
So that
20 weeks. So we were really
Okay.
close.
Yeah. There was a lot of people I remember seeing online, a lot of people shifting to having home births, like even though that was never in
Yeah.
their plans,
So
just
that was me.
because,
Yeah.
yeah, like they wanted family around. They wanted to be able to like control just the vibe and like
Yeah.
also not even knowing. Cause remember there was a point in time where it was like COVID was so bad, like you might not even be able to have your husband
Yeah,
in the
exactly. So
room.
that's what it was here. Like at the point where I would have had my birth preference chat with the midwife, it was like you
Hmm.
can't have your partner. You have to wear a mask the whole time, and like you have to go
No.
to the hospital where all the people with COVID are. I'm like, pass.
And like you had given birth, so you knew how hard it was already. And then you're like, I'm not going to add a mask and a pandemic to this situation.
Yeah, and I was already so gutted that my mom wasn't going to be able to be there, and like
Me too.
just yeah, I think I was just like, there's too much I can't control here. What
Yeah.
can I control? Not that like I could control it, but there was a sense of like,
Yeah.
what can I try to control at least? Like,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I was just like went deep down like the hypnobirthing home birth rabbit hole, and like that is a
And
rabbit hole.
how did it go? Like from the vid, it looks pretty peaceful and gorgeous and beautiful, but it
Yeah,
was that.
yeah, it was peaceful and gorgeous and
Yeah.
beautiful. Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
I'm
and
so
like
happy for you.
yeah, and I do. Birth is such a hard one to talk about because there's just no room for nuance, and everything in motherhood is like it just feels like if someone else made a different choice to you, or if someone else had a different experience to you, then it means that yours was wrong or that yours wasn't as good as, or so. Like it's tied into everything. Like the most stupid example is that there's like a few schools you can choose from in Nuki, and so people go and like tour all the schools and then they choose their school. It's not like based on
Yes.
catchment. It's just you can send your kid wherever you send. And people will go and tour the school that I send my kids to and then choose a different school. And I'm like, oh, so I'll just go fuck myself then. Like, so you
Of
hate me?
course. Of
Like,
course.
yeah,
Oh, okay, so I made the wrong choice.
yeah,
Like
exactly.
you
Yeah,
saw something I didn't. And I think the same goes for birth too. Like
yeah,
even I feel like as women we're like we feel like we have to apologize if something went well.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
exactly.
Like I'm
Yeah,
sure you even hesitate to be like, "Oh yeah, it was like so wonderful," because
yeah,
you know that there's so many things that can go wrong in birth. And
yeah.
the
And then
thing
I
I
got lucky. Like, I think there's a
yeah,
lot that I did to put myself in a position where that was possible, sure.
yeah,
But I did get lucky. Like there was a lot on my side to make that happen. And
totally.
even just the fact that it was a second birth, like that just
Help
takes
things
out a lot of,
along.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do find it really tricky to say because it can be just such a slap in the face for someone who had,
Mhm.
well,
Mhm.
like for anyone, for someone who had just like a medium experience where it was just like the means to an end. I feel like it can be, it's sort of like, oh, she's lying.
Yeah.
Like, birth can be
Totally.
good. Like,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
then obviously for someone who's been through birth trauma, it's like an extra
Yeah,
punch.
exactly. Exactly. I always say though, like you're you there's going to be a hard part for you in motherhood no matter what, and maybe it's going to be your pregnancy, breastfeeding, birth. Maybe you have like a really fucking insane 12-year-old. Like it's going to get you at some point. Like
Yeah.
not to be negative, but like
Yeah.
I always try and think about that because it's
Totally.
easy when, especially when it's fresh. Like I remember when Emmett would have been about 1 and we went to this barbecue with like Aaron's friends and like the one wife, like someone asked about her birth because this other girl was like very pregnant. And she was like, "Oh, it was just amazing. Like I would do it again in a heartbeat. Like didn't use drugs. It was incredible." And I just wanted to be like, "Go fuck yourself." Because it was still so fresh for me and I
Yeah.
felt like I didn't even have the ability to have perspective yet. Like now I'm like, "Oh, like what happened to me was like my birth was like actually like very happens a lot, like, unexpected C-section or whatever, but it's just such like a personal, emotional thing.
Yeah.
Um,
And it's
okay,
tied to how you see yourself as a mother. It's the first like thing
totally.
that you've done for your kid, so then it feels like extra charged.
Totally. So, like, after having Van and you have these like two experiences in your mind, where you kind of like, I want to recreate some of these things for the people that I work with, or did you have learnings where you're like, I want to change this in women that I work with or families that I work with?
I think to be honest, I think it was more of a selfish endeavor. Like I think it was like I think it was like what do I want to do next after the social media stuff came crashing down. And I was like, I can't be
Can't, yeah.
60 and like doing social media. That's the other thing. I'm like, I'm aging out of this. Like
Yeah, you're like, I can't
I
do reels anymore. Like, we
yeah,
gotta,
like
yeah.
I bought like lime green eyeliner and I was like, I think I think
You're
this
like,
is what the youth are doing. And then I was like, who am I? Am I all right? Like
you're like, I'm in
okay.
my mid-30s and I am trying to be brat.
Yeah. This was like pre-brat too. This I don't even know.
Oh
I
my
don't know what I was
God.
doing.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I think it was more of a selfish endeavor that I was just like, okay,
Yeah.
who do I want to be in the world? Like, and when I thought about my life and who I felt like had the most impact on me and who I felt like that's the person I want to emulate. It was like the Emily Millens of the world and like the midwives that I'd had and stuff. So it was more just that I was like, that's like the
Yeah.
archetype I aspire to. And like,
Yeah.
how can that sounds so pathetic to say, but I think probably
No,
we all
I
make
think
decisions in that vein.
totally. And it's
Yeah.
like a blueprint, as Katie would say. Like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
person who you see, and I need to like look up this Emily Millen. I don't I'm is she's in Vancouver, obviously.
Yeah. 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 I think she still is. She might be in Ontario now. Not sure.
Okay,
She's
cool.
gonna listen to this and be like, "Oh, you're a psycho."
You're
Haven't
like,
thought about you since Juno's birth, but
I created my life based on you.
I mean, it wasn't just her. We had like an amazing midwife with Van, and she
Totally.
was very much part of it. But yeah, and I think too, like I did look for a doula when I had Van, and felt like I didn't see a reflection of like
Yeah.
what I was looking for, and so yeah, I was sort of like, well, I think there's a gap, and I think I could be that doula for people that's like the one, the doula that like watches Love Island and is just like
Yes.
super clued up on birth, but is also just like one of the gals,
A real one.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, so for our listeners who might not know, what exactly does a birth and postpartum doula do? And what do they not do?
So it varies. It really varies. Like
Okay.
a lot of it's like there's no
Yeah.
governing body as such. I mean, there is like something called Doula UK, and I'm sure Canada has their own version of that, but it's even like less regulated than the yoga world from my
Mm,
experience. So you sort of like choose your own adventure as a
right.
doula as to
Right.
like what you want to offer and what you want to do. Some people are like do like a full antenatal education and they'll run you through like essentially a course as a doula
Hmm.
in like pre-birth, and then they'll be there for you through birth. Some people aren't like there at birth, they're like over text or like it's
Right.
so different. There's so many different versions of support, which
Hmm.
makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Because it is like individual care and that's the whole point. But I think the main point of a doula is that it's continuity of care, and that's really rare. I don't like 100% know the ins and outs of Canada, but because I gave birth in Canada, but I was a consumer at the time. I wasn't like
Right. Right.
inside baseball. So yeah, here you have the community midwives the whole time that you're
Yeah.
pregnant, and then if you give birth in the birth center or at a hospital, it's like that team, and then the community
Right.
midwives won't see you give birth. So having someone that like knows you through the whole thing, knows your preferences, knows your likes, dislikes, how like what language you're using around birth, just like your history, all the things. Like obviously midwives go and they read your notes and they can offer some level of support that's personalized, but
Hmm.
every 8 hours that there's a new person
Totally.
who's supporting you. And so yeah, just having that person throughout. So that's the
Hmm.
birth side of things. And then for postpartum, that's where there is like a ton of variety. I remember in my training there was like one of the exercises like, what are you going to offer as a postpartum doula? Like what do you
Yeah.
want to, and I was just like, everything. Like if they want me to like, I don't know, clean up like dog poo in the back, I'll do that. If they want me to like
Yeah.
vacuum, I'll do that. If they want me to take care of the baby, I'll do that. If they want me to make them a meal, I'll do that. Like literally whatever will mean that they can just like
Have a
chill
moment.
their nuts off. Yeah. And just
Yeah.
like hang with their baby or not. If hanging with their baby, they're
Yeah.
touched out, they don't want to do that, then I'll do that. Like whatever it is. And I remember the woman who taught me, she was like, that'll change. It was like, you'll figure out your boundaries. And I was like, okay.
Yeah. I'm
It hasn't
sure.
changed yet,
Right.
but
Yeah. Yeah. And like, I don't know. I feel like the postpartum thing, I could see it being so varied. Like you probably have to like feel out the person too and like their boundaries and the energy that they need and that kind of thing. And I feel like that I didn't have a doula because I was just like so pissed my mom couldn't be there, but you could have a doula. And I was like, I don't want some
Mm.
stranger when I can't have my mom. Like that.
Your
It
mom
was
should have just like done a quick little doula
I
training.
literally said that to her. It was more like out of spite that I was like, I don't want to doula because
Yeah.
I'm mad that this isn't what I thought it would be. Um, but wait, where was I going with that?
Did
Oh,
you hear
like
me swallow? Is that what stopped your train of thought? I have
no.
like this fear because Katie's always getting mad at you for drinking. I'm like, I don't know if I can talk for an hour without a drink.
She's loosened the reins a little bit.
Okay.
We're okay. We are okay. Um, I literally lost my train of thought. No, I was thinking more about like energy, like how do you suss that out with people? Because like I feel like especially during very traumatic times like birth or postpartum where there's a lot going on, like some people want someone who like is like really quiet and like barely even like shows up. Some people want someone who's like really vocal. Like how do you figure that out?
Well, a little bit of it is just like having rapport with the person ahead of time. So if you do make a misstep, they'll tell you. Like if you
Mm-hmm.
start like, because there is some level of like some people will have a list for me, and it's just like so I'm just like I come in and
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like let's get to work, and other
Yeah.
people are like, well, I don't know, or like their friends will buy them hours, and so like then I have like they haven't even really like chosen me, so that can be
Right.
sometimes a bit awkward.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just yeah, I think and like also I did like a giveaway and so like that was
Oh,
again like
nice.
hadn't really met the person before and just sort of like showed up and they were like, "Hi." Like
Yeah.
obviously they like
Yeah.
I'd entered, they wanted it, but like yeah, so I come in with all different like backgrounds with these people.
Yeah.
Some of them I've like helped them through birth and like know them through and through at that point and I just like it's like, you know, going over to your sister's house or something. I feel like super comfortable
Totally.
there. But yeah, I think it's just like sussing out the energy. Just yeah, I
Intuition
don't yeah.
too,
Yeah.
probably,
And I
right?
probably
Like,
get it wrong loads. Like I don't
I
know.
mean,
You
I
try and help.
I feel like again though, because you're a mom yourself, because you've I don't know, like there's just some people who just get it and there's some people that don't. Like I feel
Yeah.
like you just like get how to be. Because I can imagine that like when you're bringing another person into this like very like not to sound like woo woo, but like sacred
Yeah.
space, like if they're not getting it, like that could be really
Yeah, it's you're doing more harm than good.
disruptive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 There's like this phrase of like, is it helpful help or is it help? Like, and
Mm,
those two things being like very different. So yeah, I think about that a lot with the postpartum stuff. It's just like, am I just and with I think actually probably more with the birth stuff because it's like talk about sacred, you know, like that's like really like you're in
totally.
someone's space.
Totally. Do you do breastfeeding support too?
Yeah, so I did. I do like just volunteer with a
Okay.
breastfeeding peer support thing monthly, and did a whole
Cool.
training with that. Yeah.
Nice. And you're doing yoga too, right?
Yeah, yeah. So I teach pregnancy yoga and then mom and baby yoga as well. I'm on a little
Mm.
summer hiatus now, but
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
you were such a yogi. Remember when you did that shoot, that Lululemon shoot when you were like 3 months postpartum?
I think back to that all the time. I'm like, babe, like, why was no one looking out for me? Why was someone like, you're leaking through the samples? Get lost.
I should have told you, but I was like, well, I
No
have
one,
so
none of us knew. None of
no,
us
it didn't.
knew.
No. Well, I
Yeah,
mean, you also like looked really good. So, but I just know mentally it was like really
couldn't have
hard
been the
for
one.
you.
Yeah, yeah.
But like literally, you guys, Mel was in like a sports bra and low rise leggings.
They had like they were those ones with like the vents too. Do you remember the like
Yes.
cutout mesh?
Yeah. Oh yeah, all down the leg. And like I'm pretty sure like me or like Sarah or someone like watched Juno so you could go be in this shoot. Like
I know. And John was there too, and he was just like doing laps with her and would like bring and I would like SOS, I'm like leaking everywhere. You need to
oh
come
my
like
God,
breastfeed.
bless. Bless. All these things we learn, right? And then another
Oh,
it's funny,
the poor pelvic floor.
I have so many poignant memories of you during that time. The other one being when you had an eyelash appointment and you called the lady because Juno
Oh
was
my
like
God, she's dead
having a
to me.
yeah, okay, listen to this. Juno's having a freak out. She's like was very young, maybe 6 weeks.
Yeah, I mean,
Mel
lol,
has
that was a priority, the eyelashes, but
no,
like,
but I know what
yeah,
you
we
mean
all
though.
have
When
our things. Yeah.
yeah, when you're in the moment, you're like, okay, like if everything else is fucked, like I just need to have my eyelashes sorted. And so Mel calls this lady last minute, of course, because you're like have a newborn and what is time? And she's like, my baby's freaking out. I'm so sorry. And she charged her the full amount.
Yeah, she didn't just charge me. She was like mean about it. She's like, we all have lives. We all have challenges. Like,
I
and
remember
like
when you
gave me
told
this
me that,
whole.
I'm like, I'm never going to that woman and
Yeah,
I'm
I
going to
think about her a
blacklist her.
lot. Yeah.
Like, she is what's wrong with the world. We need to be understanding to postpartum women.
No.
Oh my God. Okay, so like in your work, what are you feeling like are the gaps in terms of like birth education, postpartum education? What do you wish more people were preparing for or talking about?
Good question. I think so. Right now, I'm doing a baby nutrition's course. I
Oh,
worked for her
cool.
for a while, and now, I'm doing like the pregnancy and postpartum. I think that's really opening my eyes because I feel like, well, I don't know. I don't like. I get served up a lot of like. Obviously, the algorithm thinks I'm pregnant, so I get served up like
Yeah.
all the birth
Yeah.
content that probably all pregnant people are getting right now. And there's a lot of
Yeah.
education in terms of like induction options or
Mm-hmm.
pain relief options. I feel like around birth, there's actually a lot of education if you're looking for it. Like it
Mm-hmm.
exists.
Okay.
But in terms of just like how to take care of yourself after, I feel like
Yeah.
that's really limited. I'm like being mind blown right now in this course because it's all about how like I mean I know that like the nutrition I know like before this course I knew the foundation of like obviously when you're pregnant you're gonna need like different nutrients and
Yes.
whatever, and that's why we take a
Yes.
prenatal, like I don't know, that sorts it end of. But like just the amount of like that a baby gets like 80% of their calcium stores in the last 6 weeks of pregnancy. So, and if you're not having extra calcium, if you're just like eating a regular diet, they're going to leach that from you. And that's just like evolution. Baby's going to come first and they're going to get, and then you're going to be depleted. And then you
Right.
have that baby. And then if you choose to breastfeed, then your breast milk, you're further like depleting your reserves and
Yes.
probably eating like shit because you're just like getting by
Busy.
and doing whatever. Yeah. And then your kid goes to nursery and gets every virus possible and brings it home, and you're constantly sick and your husband's not getting sick at the
Oh
same rate,
God.
and you're like, well, maybe it's just because every night we sleep together and he breathes into my mouth like the kid
Yeah.
breathes, and you sort of
Yeah.
just like explain it away like that, or like,
Yeah.
but no, at the end of the day we're like so depleted after we've given like gone through pregnancy, given birth, and gone through postpartum, whatever that looks like for you. You're depleted, and so
Yeah.
you have no immune system yourself. So I think just like that, I wish we knew more about that. And we're just like more selfish about taking care of ourselves in that
Mm-hmm.
time.
Mm-hmm.
Not even just in nutrition, but just in all ways to, and I think with the sentiment of like, if I'm thriving, my baby's going to thrive. And I think we like need that additional, like, I can't be selfish, but if it's for my baby, then like we can
I
explain it away a
know.
bit. So even if you have to do that, whatever. But like, yeah, I just wish that
Yeah.
we were a bit more mindful of our own reserves through the whole
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Do you believe in this like first 40 days thing? Like, do you like kind of like recommend that to to the people you work with?
I
Obviously
think
not
it's
like
so.
following it to the letter, but like even just
Yeah.
like the food and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think anything that you can do that's going to be like nourishing for you. I think like there's that like 5-5-5 is like another craze right now where it's like 5 days in bed, 5 days around or on the bed, and then 5 days around the bed or something like that. It's
Oh,
like,
I like that.
yeah. So it's just like basically 15 days where you're just like chilling bedroom wise. Like you might, in the last 5 days, maybe you're popping down to the living room for a bit or whatever. But yeah, I think whatever thing you want to latch onto. It's like I think
Yeah.
people like a program. Like it's nice to just be told like here's what to do, here's a map, and like
Yes.
yeah. So from that
Totally.
perspective, like absolutely. I think and
Yeah.
so many cultures have like these beautiful
Oh my gosh.
sacred things that they do for women, and like I mean obviously we're doing better than America, but UK and Canada
Yeah.
have very similar outlooks on maternity leave and
Okay, they do. I was going to ask you that, like what the vibe is, because I feel like a lot of times, like we always just say North American culture, like we just don't really have it figured out. Like we're all about like the mom doing everything by herself and like getting back to who you were before as quickly as possible. And even like, I just feel like Europe is always like put on this pedestal of like, but they have it more figured out there. Like, do you feel like that's actually true?
well, I don't know, like whenever you guys like we'll talk about European things on the pod, I'm like, does the UK count? I don't think it does. We're
Real?
always like Brexit and
Yeah.
stuff, and like I don't know. I
Yeah.
just when I think of like British people, like I don't think of like the chic French lady and like your typical
Right.
Brit is not in the same like
Yeah.
mind frame for me.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think I don't, well I don't look at North America as a whole, especially when we're talking motherhood. I think that America is just like off to work you get after 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Like they have no
It's crazy.
statutory leave for postpartum. So I think like, yeah, Canada and the UK have a very similar
Yeah.
mentality on it. I think I don't, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think like, well, actually, like with the 18-month thing,
Mm-hmm.
like everyone looks to Canada as like gold standard. Well, at least
Yeah.
over here, people are like, oh my God, there's so
Yeah.
much
So
leave.
do you guys get like it's standard to get like 12 months?
What is it? Forget it. Like it changes. There's like 6 weeks of a certain amount of pay, and
Yeah.
yeah, I like totally forget what it is. I think it's kids usually start nursery around 9 months. I think like there's like an under one room that's pretty full.
Is that like daycare, nursery?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sorry.
Oh my God, you're so British and chic.
Well, but I just because I didn't like Juno was one when we moved, so like all the kid words are just like default British to me. Like I'll say like cram and like dummy and nappy.
Oh my God.
But it's not because I'm like trying to be like
you're not like trying to be chic.
going
it's just
Madonna.
like
Yeah.
It's funny. You posted something about like prenatal vitamins and you're like, yeah, just like get what they have at Boots. So I was like, oh my God, Boots. she's so English.
Well, it's just like
so,
Shoppers.
Totally. It's the Shoppers.
Yeah.
Do your kids have English accents?
Yeah, fully. Like
Oh my
1000%.
God.
But then people will say that they have like a Canadian twang, which is interesting. Well, because it's obviously just for me because they haven't like spent enough time in Canada for it to be.
And Juno was, like you said, she was only one, right? When you moved?
Yeah, and Van spent like 2 weeks in Canada his whole life. So
yeah,
it's not from, like, obviously they've got other family input, but it's, it must just be from me. So that I'm sure that will wear off after a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're fully like, water.
Yeah, water. Oh my God. Oh my God, I can't. Okay, what else do you have?
Emmett the other day on your stories.
Oh my God.
The synchronity of the poetry of the fresh.
He was talking about phonology. And so
what's phonology?
Every day he tells me it means a different thing. Okay. Like the other day we were in the pool and he's like, phonology means when you go underwater with your goggles on and look at your mom's legs. I was like, cool, bro. So I Googled it because I'm like, I'm an English major. I should know what phonology means. It's like the study of speech. I'm like, where did you learn this? You
this is some past life shit coming out.
Yeah, literally. I'm like, are you like reincarnated? Like what's going on here? It's too much. Okay. I guess I kind of already asked you this, but like, is there any sort of process that like you do with the moms that you're working with to like build that sense of trust, or like how
with me as a doula, or like trusting themselves, or
or both actually?
No, I think it's just like you got to spend some quality time together. You have to do something that's like a shared enjoyable experience. So like go over with some cake and just like have a chat. Or I think it's like spending a bit of downtime together is I think how you build rapport with anyone. And then with themselves, I don't know. I think like everyone's different. Like some people really like want education, and more information for them is power, and they feel really empowered by more info about birth and postpartum. And some people I can just sense like as soon as I start like going off, they're just like,
they're like, not my vibe.
Yeah, like I hired you so that I don't have to know these things.
Yes, exactly. That would be me. What is your general advice you give to new moms about breastfeeding? Because obviously, as we know, it's like very overwhelming. Like, I don't know, do you have any like go-to things you say, or like things for people to remember when you're talking about breastfeeding?
I think just like knowing that you're not going it alone and that there is help. Like I think that we turn to Google, obviously, because usually when we need help, it's like 4 a.m. and your baby's screaming at you and you're at a loose end. So it's tricky to say that you're not alone because it does feel like you're alone a lot. But I think even just like knowing that like lactation consultants exist, and like, like I didn't know that they existed when I was breastfeeding Juno. And that there is these different levels of education too, because that's the other thing. Like health visitors are like the people who come and support you and like check out on you after you have a baby here once you get discharged from midwives, like around 6 weeks or whatever. And so sometimes you'll get like conflicting information from a health visitor than what your midwife told you, than like what your supporter did. Yeah. And so then you're just like, well, no one knows. This is impossible.
Yeah.
I have an anomaly. My breast will never work.
Totally.
Yeah. So I think just, it's so tricky. It's almost like finding that support person that you trust and is like, that's going to be your go-to before you go into it. If you do feel really like, I definitely want to breastfeed and this is for me, find that lactation consultant beforehand. Like you don't have to pay them, but they just like, you have their number and you are ready to call them if you have any problems.
Yeah.
And just, yeah, I think breastfeeding is another one, like in that same birth vein that I'm sure like you've gone down this
Yes.
research heavily, just where like the pendulum just swings so far in either direction of like breast is best and fed is best, and
Yes.
there's just no slogan for like normal middle ground people who are just like, I'm
Do what
just
you
trying my
need to do.
best. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I think just recognizing that like truly not being able to breastfeed because of like a physical
Yes.
is uncommon.
Yeah.
Not being able to breastfeed because, like I said before, that like if the mother's not thriving, then the baby's not thriving.
Yes.
That is just as valid as your breast physically not producing any milk.
Yeah.
And that's totally in the middle, trying my best category of like not
Yeah.
needing to explain that to anyone.
Yeah.
And if you do really want to, and you feel like you will be more well for trying,
Yeah.
there is help. And that
Yes.
line that up ahead of time so that you know who to call or who to text. Maybe not at 4 a.m., but you have someone to message at 9
Yeah.
a.m. the next day.
Yeah, and I think that's so true, like having like a central source of truth, because I think that was what was so hard for me is that like I was with a midwife group. So every appointment it was like a different, sometimes it would be a nurse, sometimes it would be a midwife, sometimes it would be a GP. And because I was having difficulty, it was like everyone was telling me a different thing to do. And that's like when you're tired and overwhelmed, it's like how do I make sense and choose? And like looking back, like I know if I like kept going, I could have breastfed Emmett, but like it was just what was involved to get me there was making me not well.
Yeah.
And I think it's like you
What's
have
the
to
cost of it?
exactly. Is this true? I remember hearing that because like in Canada, when you go to your midwife appointments, they weigh the baby at every appointment, right? To see if baby's gaining, to like assess how feeding's going. And then they're like charting them, right? Are they 50th percentile, this percentile? I remember reading that in Europe, they don't use that percentile chart.
They do in the UK.
They do? Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe in France. Maybe in France they don't.
Maybe like in the chic countries.
Yeah, and like Italy. And because I just, that really killed me too. Like it just, it feels like a marker of your
Yeah.
ability as a mom. And like, it's really weird. Like we don't do that to like people our age. Like what percentile are you, Mel? Like, no.
Yeah.
It's just, it's strange. But yeah, breastfeeding is definitely a mind fuck. Okay. Do you work with moms virtually?
I do. I do work with moms virtually.
Okay, this is good to know because obviously I think, I mean, we don't really know. Katie and I don't understand analytics, but we are fairly certain that a lot of our listeners are in Canada. We do
Wait,
like,
do you not like what do you get on the back end? I've always wondered when you guys talk about like your 300 and
I mean,
what do you see?
literally asking the wrong girl.
Okay.
TBD on that one. We
Okay. Okay.
definitely, we do have like some people in like the chic places, but like very minimal. But anyway,
Do you
all
mean
this
like
is,
random like Yemen?
yeah,
Like,
literally. Like, and I'm like, who are you? And how did you find
I
me?
love it.
You freak. I love you. So if our Canadian listeners are interested, they know that they can like work with you because I almost think from my perspective, if I was to have a doula, I mean, yes, obviously it'd be nice to have them in the room, but like it would be nice to just have like a person you could just have on the line, you know? Have like your
Yeah.
go-to, you know,
Yeah.
person
I
who
think actually
understands.
being a doula for people in Canada, like we said in the 4 a.m., like, what do
Yes,
I do? You could text me. I'm up.
it's
The time
literally
zones would work.
it's literally genius. Like, and I even remember that when I was like texting you or like Instagram messaging you, and it just always kind of seemed the timing just like that works out because you know what I mean? You're like living a whole other day ahead of me. It's perfect.
Over
Right?
here in the future. Yeah.
I know. Um, okay, I'm gonna ask you a
A little plug
few,
there.
just a little plug.
Yeah.
Um,
Thanks.
I'm just gonna ask you a few questions about your other job, just briefly.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Um, okay, so because we know you're really good at the internet, who inspires you on the internet? Like, who do you look to for inspiration when you're making content, or who are you like, she's doing it right or he's doing it right?
I like Angela Scanlon.
Okay.
She's like sort of like a British influencer. And she's
Okay.
on like Dancing with the Stars or something. I don't know. I
Oh,
don't
I
watch
like
that.
that. Yeah.
But yeah, she's cool. She's got cool content. Who else? I don't know. It's just like I really like people who are just like making motherhood look cool, where their content isn't about their kids necessarily. Like I'm like, you don't need to like put an emoji over your
Yeah.
kid's face for me to
Yeah.
respect you. But I'm also,
Yeah.
if you do that, that's great. But like, I
Yeah.
feel like people are, really like, don't ever show your kid like this.
Yes.
But when it's not like, when it's like, it's still their point of view and their life and they're still living it and experiencing
Yeah.
things through their kids, but mostly through themselves. I think that that's the content that inspires me the most.
Yeah.
Personally, from like a professional lens, I don't know. I think I just like the Reels Tips account, which is the one that I run with Taylor. Like our algorithms just shows us cool shit and like fun new trends
Yeah.
because it knows that that's the stuff that we're saving and sharing with each other. So I just go on there and like do a good
Fine
do a
stuff.
good half
Yeah.
hour swiping. But that's just like a gold mine in there because the algorithm just. But whereas on my personal, the algorithm just thinks like she's pregnant, she's
Yeah.
Octomom, she's pregnant for the 50th
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
This woman's still pregnant. We're still okay. And just like motherhood content. So I think with that,
Yeah.
I'm just like any motherhood content that's cool motherhood content. I'm like, yeah, I'm there.
Yeah.
There's just
What's
like
your
Kiwi who dresses really amazing. I'll send you her stuff after that.
they always do. They just know how to do it. What's your stance on sharing your kids online?
Yeah, I'm sort of like again, I'm somewhere in
You
the
kind of
like
do. You kind of
middle
do, but
ground. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, with close friends, I'm
Yeah.
heavy on that end. I'm not like anti, like if the school asks for permission, I'm like, yeah, give her.
Sure.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, obviously I know the dark side of it. Like I've been told,
Yes.
people told me, yes, they can like, yeah, I know,
Yeah.
I'm aware.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those things that have chosen not to really like plant into my brain. I'm just like, get
I
the
know,
information.
same. Yeah. I always just think about like, okay, would he be okay with seeing this posted when he's like 15? Which I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. Is Instagram even going to be a thing then? I don't know. But that's kind of my gauge.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I
it's
mean,
just like,
it's a bit tricky now with Juno because she's almost 8 and she like all when she sees me with the camera out she gets funny like she's just like oh and she's said to me a few
oh,
times like are you posting that or what are you doing with that kind of
oh,
thing like she'll ask me questions and or be like are you just sending that to, like because I'll just be like oh I'm just gonna send it to Nana or like oh no it's just for my personal like
right.
blog or I will say like oh if I posted this is it okay and like show her and it's usually just like her surfing or something and she's like yeah
She's
well
like, I
people
mean,
think it she's like
I
well
look
people think it's
sick.
cool
Yeah.
they'll
Oh my
definitely think it's cool.
God.
And then she'll like wake up the next day and be like, did anyone comment?
Oh my God. Man, she's like getting like a self-conscious girl.
Yeah,
Oh
I
God.
know.
But I feel like Van and Emmett are still like kind of blissfully unaware.
Yeah, yeah.
And I
It's that
hope
like
they
they're still not like dance between toddler and kid.
totally, totally. Um, okay, so how do you manage being a mom with like also being creative? I mean, obviously your kids, you have care, but like what's like the balance there? Like, can you do it with them around or do they fully have to be like out of your face?
Yeah, if I'm doing anything creative, they have to be out of my face. If I'm doing
Mhm.
something administrative where I can just like reply to some emails or
Right.
I don't know, whatever, then yeah, I can do that in front of them. I don't like love zoning out in front of my laptop in front of them. Like I just think unless they're like also zoning out and watching like K-pop demons or something, then I'm just like
Yeah.
I'll just sit next to you like on my laptop and we can like coexist
Yeah.
because they're kind of at that age where like yeah, I don't feel like that's neglectful because I know that they're good. But
Yeah.
I've never been someone who's like they'll never see me on my phone or I'm like hiding it
No.
behind a children's book. Like I've seen reels and stuff like that.
Oh my God. I can't. It's like honestly screens. Okay, this is my hot take as of
Okay,
late because like it's summer. I feel like TV is it's like a regrounding, reset, dial down the stimulation that Emmett needs
hmm.
sometimes. So if he's outside for like 3 hours, being feral, running around, he comes in and he just needs to like sit on the couch. I don't even know if he's like absorbing the information. He just needs to like sit in front of a screen and just like completely reset.
Yeah, just like
And
we do.
literally, like, when like you have someone in your house, they leave, and then you're just like, I need to go lay in the dark and just like scroll on TikTok and like rest my double chin on my chest and just like forget who I am for a while.
Absolutely.
Because you just like, and I'm like, he needs
With
that
like a
too.
snack. I need a snack.
With a
Yeah.
snack. Yeah. And in Emmett's case, he needs to suck his thumb because, but you know what? I was really stressed about it, but I'm not anymore because it's like,
No.
he knows, he'll look at me, he goes, I just need it right now. And I'm like, you know what, man? You know what you need. That's
Go for
fine.
it.
It's fine. But he calls it his thumb because he can't say his THs.
My kids just
Oh,
say that because they're British. It's their
oh,
birthday.
Oh my God. Emmett's just British.
Yeah.
He doesn't have
He's
speech issues.
European.
Duh. Okay, we're gonna shift to our rapid fire fun questions. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Your Bravo crush.
That's hard.
It can be a woman. Like you don't have like not that you
Well,
know.
yeah, obviously.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm Amanda Petula.
Oh, you are so Amanda Petula. You look like her.
Oh my God. I will take that
It just
compliment
occurred
to
to
my
me. I
grave.
love her. I love her. Did you order one of her breathing suits?
No.
I didn't either, but I want one.
I'm not like but you're the target audience. It's like for the big breasted gals.
Don't you have big boobs?
Oh, I mean, I had a boob job when I was 19, but they're like
Oh yeah, that's your fun
average.
fact. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're like perfect. No, I have big real boobs. Like there's nothing. Okay, my current crush, well, I fell out a lot, but I'm back again, is West Wilson because when
Mm,
we posted the video of us wearing like the scarf over the hat like West, he liked it on
commented.
TikTok and
Yeah.
commented.
He's
So
just built like a soup can for me.
yeah, that's not your type. That's not your type.
I like a string
You
bean.
like a string bean, a scruffy string bean. See, I like him a little bit thick, you know? Okay, the best part of motherhood. Don't think too hard about it.
Just being like their person. I just think that's
Yeah.
the best. Just they just
Yeah.
see you with such light.
Your comfort for them. Yeah. What's currently the worst part for you?
Them fighting.
Oh, yeah. Is it bad?
Well, not really. I mean, like, so we've got obviously that the eldest daughter, younger brother scenario, and
Uh-huh.
he's just like annoying. Like, if I were her, I would
Yeah.
just be like, get away from me. And she's really patient. So, like, it could be way worse,
Yeah.
but like, she has her limit. So, at some point, she's gonna like roundhouse kick him.
Yeah. It's enough.
So, I like, and I take I'm just like, stay out of it entirely. Like, I just don't like, figure it out yourselves. You need to like
Yeah.
learn coping skills. Unless someone's like actually roundhouse kicking, then I'll get involved.
Yeah.
But like, I just like let it just tune out. I need some of those like loop earplug things to just
Yes.
totally tune it out. But John, it really bothers him when he gets involved. And
Yeah.
so I think like parenting wise, we are always at conflict there because we're also kind of like making like doing a side eye to each other, like, are you gonna like, it's sort of this like standoff game of chicken of I'm like,
right.
you gonna let it happen? And he's like,
Yeah.
you gonna get involved?
And then it's annoying when like then you're fighting with your partner about how they handled the
Yeah.
conflict. And it's it is really hard. Okay, a good mom friend blank. Like what does a good mom friend do?
Doesn't care
Yeah, doesn't care.
about like if you get back to them, if you did X, Y, or Z, if it's a tip for like, it's not a tit for tat, it's not, no one's keeping score. It's just a good mom friend's just like there, hopefully when you need them, but they also might have other shit going on themselves because we're all just drowning.
Yeah.
But yeah, they just don't care. They're just like, you can pick up right where you left off if a couple months goes by and you don't, there's no comms in between.
100%. I think just friends in general should be like that.
Yeah.
But, you know. Okay, what is the most unhinged postpartum essential that you think women should have or families should have?
Unhinged.
It doesn't have to be unhinged, but like whatever. Just like what's something you're like, dang, like that would be really essential for you to have.
I don't know. I feel like we've talked about this. Like maybe the like hands-free thing.
The hands-free Kindle?
The hands-free Kindle thing. Or like all, but also for like your iPad and stuff. So
I can't. I got the thing and it didn't work. It didn't like fit with my. It didn't like fit with my bed frame. I need to like. Can you send me like a detailed picture of your setup?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Because I know I need it. Because even last night, Emmett came in the bed, and he has this new thing where he brings like all of his stuffed animals with him. So he's like a snake, a sheep, like all these things. He's like, gang's all here, and then like snugs between us. And then it just like really woke me up, and I couldn't get back to sleep. But I was like, okay, maybe I should just read my Kindle. But like. Even like my hands were tired. Yeah. So I'm like holding it and I'm like, oh, I just wish I could just, you know?
Yeah, I just want my eyes to be involved.
Oh, just my eyes. Yeah, exactly.
What we're talking about too, just for the listeners.
Yes, for the listeners.
It has a little like remote thing that you hold in your hand, but your hands can be like under a newborn or they can be just like tucked into your crotch while you're like,
yes,
whatever. And then you just hit the button and it like taps the Kindle to go to the next page.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
like
there's
for
this,
when
like,
you're
tip that
feeding in
sits
the
on your
night,
yeah,
like that's essential.
clutch. I
What
know.
did you do in the night when you were feeding Juno?
Wasn't reading, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Yeah. Like were podcasts even a thing then?
No,
No.
no. It was so long ago.
Yeah.
What was I doing? I remember watching a lot of like My 500-Pound Life.
Something about that show just makes you feel like, okay, well, at least I'm not
So
like
dark.
my
Like,
life
no,
is
it
not.
put me in a weird headspace. That was a choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would
No.
recommend. No, I would just watch shit. I wouldn't really like stay in the bedroom. I would like I don't know if that's, I think like
Yeah.
once we had Van, I was just like, path of least resistance. Let's all just get as much rest as possible. And I slept in
Yes.
Van, and John and Juno would kind of sleep in another room and
Yeah.
have like a full night's rest. So then he was like ready to tap me out in the morning, and I could get a little bit more sleep in the morning.
Yeah.
So then obviously I just stayed in bed and fed him and had a TV in the room and stuff. So I would just like watch whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, with Juno, I think I would like leave the bedroom and go to the living room and hang with her then. Or just do like a quick, if we were in that stage where I could just do like a quick feed, put her back down.
Mm-hmm. Because she slept in a bassinet beside
like,
you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, Emmett was definitely in the bed with me.
Yeah.
Just could not.
That's the easier option.
Okay, what is the first thing you did after giving birth, if you remember? Like, what's the thing that you were like, or the thing you ate, or the thing you did?
With Juno, I think John went and got like a bunch of berries and we smashed them. I don't know. It was just like summer, and I was just like, I want like a flat of blackberries right now.
You're such a healthy queen.
I'm not, but like, I don't know. That was just really what I wanted.
Yeah.
But like I was in the hospital, so didn't really feel like I could just like do whatever.
Right. Right. Did you like have like an epic meal at home after Van?
I don't remember. We went to the beach that day, which is mad. Like that's such a difference with like, we also lived like 10 steps from the beach. So like,
okay.
Like that was kind of backyard vibes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, when I look back, because you know when you do like search your kid's birthday to like for what you did the past years. So we were doing that the other day, and I was like, oh my god, I was baby wearing, and we went to the beach on your birthday. Like he was born at 5 a.m., so it was probably like 12 hours later or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think we just kind of like went like normal vibes.
Yeah. It was just like lived life. I mean, I feel like that's probably like a testament to how that birth, like the headspace it put you in.
Yeah.
Right.
I think there's like the classic at the NHS gives you like a tea and toast is like the thing here. It's like, oh, everyone can't wait for their tea and toast. It's like the thing.
Yeah.
But give birth in a hospital. Yeah.
Do you drink a lot of tea now?
Yeah, but I always did.
Yeah, you always were. Yeah, you always were. Okay, my last question for you. A good doula blank. What does a good doula bring to the table?
Like zero judgment. I think is clutch. Just being able to just like, regardless if it's birth or postpartum or just in pregnancy, like you just need to be able to just like have your thoughts, have your darkness, have your all sides of you be exposed and not have to be buttoned up for that person, because that person just really needs to be like fly on the wall, but like a helpful one energy. You know, like you don't want to have to feel like you're hosting in any way, shape, or form in that time. So just someone that's easy.
Someone that's easy. And like, well, what does like a bad doula do? Do we know? Like, what's like something that you've heard is like, this is not what you should be doing?
I don't know, because I think it's just so unique to what the person needs. Like for me, a bad doula would be someone who doesn't have trust in the system, and that's a lot of doulas, I think. Or where it's fair if they don't have trust in the system, but if that untrust in the system is being reflected to me, and it's like, well, I need the system, so I need to trust the system, and you being anti-system is freaking me out. So for my personality, that's what it would be. But for someone else, that might be really empowering to them and think like, I don't need the system. I only need me, and I can do this. And, you know, so that like,
that's so true. I didn't even think about that. I'm sure there's people who like, that's why they go into it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
it's like a distrust in like Western medicine. And
and there's a lot of like midwives that then become doulas because they just realize that the difference that they wanted to be able to make, they're not able to do within the system. So obviously they're not like anti-system, but they've just seen so much that at this point they're like, they want to do it another way.
Yeah, totally. Okay, well, I love you. This was so wonderful. And you have to come back on. And Nuki Doula, everybody. Melly B. Love ya.
Love ya. Thanks for
Bye.
having me. Bye.